Hello everyone. For today's video, it's going to be kind of a special video just because this is a build that I don't really do too often, and that's going to be Empire. I used to do Empire Assassin a lot, 6 Empire, 6 Assassin. It's pretty effective, but what I like to do now is Empire Claude, just because it's OP, it's super fun, and it's very enjoyable to watch. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that today. And usually the only time I do this build is if I get an Empire rune at that first fate box, because you never want to have, Claude and everything ready and then never get an Empire rune. So that's one of the things I learned the hard way, is that you guys really should just do this build if you get an Empire rune at the start, at the first fate box. And I think, as we all know, with Magic Chess, everything is kind of situational. So like here, I wasn't sure what I was gonna build. I just wanted to wait till I got the first fate box and see what items. Just because I was just kind of down for whatever. Um, but so this is going to be a very, very good game. You'll see at towards the late game, just how invincible Claude is when he has the Empire rune. I think I also had Mana Boots, which is a great item for Claude to just get him rolling, to get his ultimate going, because once he starts, he'll never stop when he is 6 Empire, because he with the proc, or with the buff from the Empire, it restores his mana. So every time he's spinning, he just keeps restoring mana and he never stops. And since he's Empire, he's making them all their mana gone also. Now, one of the two core heroes in Empire build, I would say, is going to be, of course, Thane, because he is Empire. But then I like to use Baxia. So the tank shield is going to be very, very important if you're doing an Empire build, because you want to, as soon as the fight starts, you need to ensure that your team doesn't die before they can start stealing the mana and making the other team not attack. And why I like to use Baxi is because you want the other team to walk up to your team. So you want to draw them in, and that way you have Guinevere right at the front, and she can start spinning them immediately, and then it snowballs from there. So now that we got the altar rune, we're going to be setting everything up, looking for our heroes, just any Empire. Still going to keep the Chow and the Diggy in, just to make some income, and then we have a Zast too, just to make sure we don't die while we're creating the build, right? But you see the Guinevere, how she's just a great stunning unit, a great Empire unit. So I would definitely, if you're going to build Empire, you should definitely be using her. I don't think I had Odette in this one. She's kind of optional, just depends what you want to do. Now that Natalia is in Magic Chess, she is a great unit too, especially for an Empire team, because it just synergizes so well with her silencing people. So I think I'll be, I'm trying to take out the Martis and the Zask as soon as possible, really. Just as soon as I can find some units. It's the boss round, so, if I'm not trying to brew 3 stars, this is always where I'm gonna save and upgrade my commander. Just because, it's basically a saving round. Lucky we got a clone here. I think I was deciding what to go with. I think I went with the Magic Lifesteal, just for Guinevere can use that. She's very good with Magic Lifesteal. And then Mr. Gato, which I always try to throw him in, and here's where it really gets crazy, guys. Is I was able to make the Claude Empire and Wrestler, so you'll see that the basically makes the team not be able to do anything. I think in the very last rounds we were up against, maybe it was this guy. He had like 90 hit points, and he pretty much had everything. He was set on items, had full mage team, and they just literally couldn't attack. And you'll see once you get this build going, really it is unstoppable. And I just started knocking people out left and right. It's basically like I was using an Abe because the hits were just so massive because my whole team was alive. So now we're starting to get everything going a little bit. Here I kind of stopped in the shop because I was looking at Minotaur, because I like to put him in when I do have my Claude going on Empire. I think I got him in at the very, very last slot in this game. I'm not sure though, I can't remember. But I do like to put him in just to help Claude live a little bit more. So I still have the Chow, still have the Diggy in, which you guys can completely leave them in. This just enables you to get your gold, keep your gold going. And so I like to get them at level 2, so that way they're at least doing a little damage or tanking a little damage. So like I said, you can't die too early. And of course, using Ragnar, he's a great commander if you want to, kind of do a little bit more interesting synergies, or if you're trying to really level up your heroes. Basically long game is going to be best with Ragnar. And so we found the Claude and we got the Natalia, so we got double stacked there. Now we have 5 Empires. So as soon as we get that 6th Empire and we have an Empire rune, we can throw that Claude in. Even at level 1, he's going to be effective. And you're going to see the difference. I mean, obviously we've just been pretty much barely getting by, and that's how it's going to be with an Empire build until you hit 6. They're not in full effectiveness. They're not stealing as much mana as they will be at 6, and that's what really you have to complete it to make it work, unless you're doing like a 6 as assassin, maybe 4 altar to just kind of take away a little bit. But now, like, I guess I'm repeating myself here, but my Empire builds, I don't even like to go 6 assassin anymore. I just love to see the Claude spin, and I think you guys will really enjoy this too. So now I got the wrestler rune here, and I'm feeling really excited because this Claude is going to be unstoppable, right? So there he is. We're going to put him in. Do I have 6 though? No, I think we're still looking for the 6th altar hero, or 6th Empire hero, I mean, which is, oh no, do we have 5 of 6 or 6? Looks like, yeah, 5 of 6. Okay. Which is good, actually, because you can see the difference. You'll see just right away, though. I mean, it's already looking good, right? It's just stunning forever, and then he keeps spinning. But it's not completed yet, guys. So once he is fully 6 out of 6, he's just, yeah, it's really unstoppable at this point already. And the Chow and the Guinevere, giving him, 3 wrestlers, all you need with this to just completely stun lock the enemies and mana lock them. So it's the best of both worlds. Going to be extremely hard for them to deal with. Now I got the Gato pretty early here. That was pretty lucky. Go ahead and take Chow out immediately. No longer need that guy. Sure, we're missing out on that extra gold, but it's a Gato. You have to throw him in, right? So I think he did die at Gato before he could do. Oh no, he got one stun off. But if you guys really can pay attention to their mana and the stuns, it's crazy. Even with five of six, right? So and it's Dragon Altar. Dragon Altar is going to be really the only build that is going to give you problems, just because their shield doesn't let you steal their mana. Basically, it counters you. But if you can do enough damage and get the team fight going, then it still will work. So that's why having Thane Baxi is just amazing, and kind of completes everything, because it gives you a little bit of time to get the fight going. Now, you see how his ultimate goes, and then he's pretty much almost ready to go right off the bat. Once we have 6 of 6, he's going to spin forever. Now, I was kind of debating here, should I just go for a clone? I already have my wrestlers, but I decided to get the wrestler synergy, throw it on Natalia. So now we're really going to be effective, because she's going to be silencing and stunning. So we decided to put it in. Now we have the full 6 of 6 Empire also. So because we put Odette in. So now it's time, guys. Time to see what the build could really do here. It's pretty crazy. And the items, that's all you really need, is the mana boots for him. It won't affect him to continuously go. He will always continuously go. It's mainly just to get him started. But you can see now I start making faces just because I know it's over at this point. There's really no stopping him. He's just going to stun lock their whole team. And any stuns that he doesn't get off, he's going to be taking all their mana away. And with that, he's got damage too. I mean, I think he does the most damage on the team always too. So, get ready. Now we just sit back and enjoy, right? And we start taking everybody out. And I started live streaming, so that's why you see me kind of look at my chat there and typing little O. So here we got a pretty strong mage team, right? And not really, because they cannot attack. And look, he just spins. They can't attack. I'm making faces. My whole team is alive. Now, when I had this used on me, I don't know how long ago. It was a while. It's been I've known about this for a while, but it's just it really pisses you off. But it is so much fun to use. Okay, now we have enough gold to put Natalia in. We're gonna go ahead and put a wrestler rune on her, just to make it even more unkillable. And now we're just start wipe that one person, but we're gonna kill anything we go against now. So let's see what happens here. Looks like okay. So this is the six assassin, 3 fighters. Guinevere, the Gato, and the Claude. Everything is just going off. They're not able to attack. They literally cannot do anything. Oh, and they have a deer too. So they had, increased defense and everything. So, but it didn't even make even a little bit of a difference. Like, the whole team is alive. Okay, so now we get an extra slot here. That's why I always, you always want to keep your hit points lower if you're at, using Ragnar. Not even at the first fate box, but the second, third, fourth. That way you're always either getting an item or have the chance to get that extra slot. So now I can throw in a Minotaur. I went ahead and just picked up the little veil dude to make it so, there's a chance that it's going to be harder for them to hit Claude. But we're definitely stacked here, guys. Okay, now this is the Dragon Altar team, which is basically the hardest to get going, but we are pretty much completed, and you'll see that he didn't fully spin all the way there. That's just because it's their Dragon Altar shield going off. That's why it's great to have Natalia in that build, because she's just a finisher. Took them out, and I saw the mirror that the Magic team beat my team. So I was kind of wondering, what happened there. And I think that they were able to proc before I could and just completely wiped us. So I was happy to get Minotaur here and get the 2-star Gato. Now we can put him up front and not worry about him, being able to die. Put the items on him now that he's 2-star. I don't really like to put items on him until he is 2-star, just because I don't want to be wasting, items on 1-star hero of any type. And here we go. And they're at 89 hit points, guys. Fully completed. They have good items. And they can't attack. They can't attack because of the Empire, and they're getting stunned out. This guy must be pretty pissed off, right? But it's funny, guys, and it's a great great build if you have the Empire on it. Now, if you have Claude in here and you have everything set up, and then you don't find an Empire rune, it kind of sucks. So that's why I like to just do this build situationally. If I do get an Empire rune right off the bat, then I'll start building this. So you'll even see on the boss, like, once he gets going, he never stops. So that's why the mana boots are kind of perfect, just to get him started, because once he starts, he doesn't stop. We got a magic box that we can throw on Gato to make us even more OP than we already are. Oh, looks like I did have Odette in here. I apologize. I wasn't sure if I did or not. We got Minotaur level 2, so we'll just throw him up at the very top, since there's no room anyways for everyone is grouped like that, guys. So everybody gets a shield from the thing in the Baxia. Okay. Now we just watch. Rocks. They can't even attack us. It's like Odette was able to get her ultimate off, but everything else is just going to be dead before they can do anything through stuns or through Empire stealing their mana. Now at this point, not really, I'm not going to be able to 3-star Gato. This game's going to be over. I think next round it should be. So just kind of looking at them. They have, everything's 2-star. Their build's, completed. They have tanky atoms on Esme as you want if you are doing that build. So I mean, they were pretty solid before they met us. They're at 89 hit points. But you see the stuns, you see their mana, and Claude, he just never stops once he starts. Doesn't need any attack speed items, doesn't need any of that. He just really want exactly what I have: mana boots, Empire, and Wrestler. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. And yeah, till the next one. Thank you.